Scrape it off. Scrape it the best we can here. Then we start putting plywood. We get the plywood on. And then we'll come back and start putting flashing on. We're gonna do that whole side and this whole side today. So we'll start getting the flashing. It's supposed to rain come Monday. So we're trying to knock this out before the rain. Once again, the wind ain't blowing like crazy. Not too bad of wind, but they're putting plywood on. It's 3/4 inch thick plywood. So basically, we'll have a nailing surface for our flashing. It's the easiest way to do it. Attach that plywood to it, and then you can nail to it. And you can seal it all off real good. If you try to screw, nail, whatever, you're flashing to this, you can never get it tight. It wants to sit there and flop in the wind. So we're going to nail it to that, and we don't have no problems. Basically, it makes the wall smooth, slick, everything's consistent all the way up, and you don't have a problem. We'll bend our material at 10 foot instead of the 8 foot of the plywood, obviously, or we'll start with a 4 foot piece, whatever, to make sure we don't break in the same spot that the plywood breaks. You start at the bottom and work your way up, and that's what we're doing here. We're doing this, and then next we're going to put flashing down, and then next we'll put the middle flashing, and then last we'll put the cap. The cap we are going to screw on both sides, so it's going to be a little funky there because we got to get it on the other side too, but it'll be fine. We'll get it, no problem. It looks like they're putting 8 screws per piece. So we got 2 screws over about 2 foot across there, and should be good. But that's the way we do the parapet walls. I don't know what else to say about it. You basically clean the wall the best you can, and you apply plywood to it. We'll show you the bends later when we get to that part. You guys, plywood is $54 a sheet right now for this plywood. $54 per sheet. Boys are up there putting the plywood on the parapet walls, and this is the waste that I'm getting off of each sheet. That right there is the waste. And I didn't even tell them to be careful. That's why these guys are so damn good. That is the actual waste. That's crazy. Some of them are having to cut the length because that's waste too. But a full sheet, that's the waste. That is not really waste because it's just not. They couldn't help that. It's too long. That is crazy. They've used 4 sheets, 5 sheets. I've got that one, that piece, that piece, that piece, and that piece as waste. So we're doing good. We'll just keep right on getting it. I'm putting this side up. Got it up to the chimney. Got this whole side in over here. Getting ready to start bending metal. They're still up there cleaning. Trying to get that everything they can off of there. Some new wood, some old wood. If you know, we're in a wood crisis right now. Our wood is this plywood, $54 a sheet now. Crazy money.
All right, here is the one gutter we've pulled down off of the roof next to us. Just, they haven't been taking care of anything, so it's all, there's holes in both ends. So we got to put a gutter on the neighbor's building, basically, because it dumps all the water on our building. What do you think, Donnie?
I think it's a bunch of bullshit, is what I think.
Do you?
I think they ought to have to pay for their own building, but you got to do it yourself.
Yep, it is what it is.
So, ain't much I can do about it.
So we're running plywood up the wall, but then you got a problem where the overhang's a little different, and the roof that we're butting up to is not in good repair. So it's just all sloppy. Basically the flashing and everything that they had under it on that wall is just really sloppy. So they're cutting all that off, and we're putting the plywood in so that we get a nice flat surface that we can make the aluminum to. But then they don't have a good board. What's that, a sill plate? I guess it would be kind of called.
Fascia.
They don't have a good fascia board all the way down on the neighbor's building, so we got to figure out how we're going to do that so that the water goes in the gutter. We're going to have to put a new gutter on there. But we're bending the flashing, so we're getting the flashing ready so we can run up the wall.
The second blade coming off of it. It's just as bad. Then they had these pipes running down, hooked to the gutters, trying to do something. It's just crazy. Crazy. It's like gutter busted there. It's leaking. It's rotted out there, so it's leaking. It's rotted out there, it's leaking. It's just pouring all over us. There's only half the nails in it. So that's the kind of stuff you got to overcome, and you either start World War III with the neighbor or just do it yourself. So that's what we're dealing with. But there's the two gutters. They're cleaning some more up there, cutting some more off. We're going to tuck in right up underneath them shingles and run down that wall, and we'll make it look nice and sexy. We'll go up there and check it out here in a little bit. He's trimming what we just bent. Basically, we got a fascia board up here. We've got our plywood here, and then we've got the tin roof there. We didn't screw that last piece. We've got butyl tape on it. He's bending around the corner there. And that's what it looks like once we wrap it around. We're putting it behind that piece of flashing there. He's going to be trimming that off a little bit, like so. We got that flush there.
De allá, mira, de allá en la punta lo marcas, mira, brother.
Aquí tengo 9 pulgadas. 9 pulgadas del centro, carnal.
Está aquí. Tranquilamente. Ok, güey. Dale, güey. Ahí está. No lo mueven esa madre ahí, donde quedó ahí.
Ya le tengo que poner un
Ya quedó.
Solamente in line with the E. Okay.
Sí, solamente.
Luego le medí aquí, por eso que agarró en la orilla ya.
Hey, no.
9 pulgadas.
Yeah.
Eso está bien aquí.
solo al puro llegue, güey. No lo vas a hundir mucho, que sí se rompe.
Tienes que buscar en la línea.
En la línea. Creo que...
Sí, pero ahora ya está. Ahora tengo que poner una vez. Ahí está. Sí, ahí está.
Papá, ¿cómo que agarra madera? Sí. Ahí va a agarrar la orilla.
Sí, no importa. Pero a ver cuenta, la madera está aquí y aquí está la orilla, no te va a dejar el tornillo. No, güey, por eso estoy diciendo. ¿Hasta qué vas a la madera? Por eso
Aquí en la orillita.
la bota, tiene que dar un poquito más la vida. A ver cuenta, le perdí una, 2 pulgadas más. Arriba ahí, subiendo más abajo. Un tornillo.
Ahí está bien. No lo levantar. Ya lo levantaste.
You pick up on that just ever so slightly. Puts a slant on it. And then you can screw the stuff together.
Pon el tornillo.
Vamos a ir así porque vaya para abajo para allá.
There you have it. Keep right on getting.
On down through there. All good. Here's the front. I mean the back part of it. You go up to here. This chimney has been kicking our butt for about 2 hours now. So we think we've got it. We got it sealed off silicone in. We had that step go right by it. It took about 6 pieces to make this here. We've got one that goes in there. Basically, we're trying to get that lip over top of one of these ribs, but we couldn't there because the rib we had to cut off. Obviously, that's a rib right there. It goes right through the center of that chimney and comes out over there. Like we said before, these timbers are twisted ever so slightly going up because the building is crooked. So we're working with what we got here. So we got one piece in there that comes up and goes out to cover that hole. And we got another piece in there, it's like a box that goes around it and covers the hole. And then we've got this piece, the same as these, that go through it, and we got it bent there and bent up. Got it all siliconed in. We got a patch over there to make it tighter there, trying to get everything locked in. They got to, we got to figure out how we're gonna flash the top of it still yet, but that shouldn't be a problem. Now they're going up the hill farther. We'll get back to you when we get this side done. We get over here working on this side. Cut the groove in that chimney to put, so we can put our flashing on it. Okay, we got this side. That chimney was a bear to get around. We got around it, got it pinned down, got a groove cut and it installed inside the groove. Started flashing this whole sidewall up so no water infiltration gets there. Got all that done. Screwing it down. Like I say, all this is a pain in the butt. We got it up there on the front. Got the front of it cleaned up there. Make it look good. Get it right. Got all that done. basically what you want to look at when you're doing this stuff is stand here and look this way and make sure there ain't no hole. Make sure it runs downhill the whole way. Make sure nothing's going on, and it looks pretty good from up here. There's no valleys. There's a valley, you're in trouble. But anyway, now we got this side to do. So we're gonna start walking up it, getting it done. And we'll come back up and show you when we get that closer. But it's looking pretty good, pretty good.
Donnie, what are you doing?
This is a pain in my butt. We gotta bend all this tin for this roof.
Wait a minute, they don't even know what roof you're talking about.
We're in the jailhouse,
We're in the jailhouse now.
and we're trying to put a roof on this thing.
Wait a minute, they're watching videos where you're doing the grocery store. Why are you in the jailhouse?
Hell, the grocery store is done, but don't tell nobody.
But they want to see the videos.
It'll come out.
Well, you're messing them up by putting a jailhouse video in the middle of the grocery store videos.
We ain't putting it out now, are we?
Yeah, it's going live right now.
Damn.
We're live on.
We're live.
It's Sunday, January 24th, 2021.
It's coming out. Hey, y'all, while you're watching this, subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already. Give us a thumbs up for filming it and all that good stuff. But we're making the flashing for the edges of the parapet walls in the
Jail.
as we speak. This is a pain in the butt.
So it's Sunday and we're working.
Yeah, where are y'all at? Y'all
So
supposed to be helping.
we figured we'd just check in and show you what we do on a Sunday. Now, I would show you more of this building, but you're looking at the inside of the jailhouse, and buddy, it's rough.
Oh, hell, it's good now.
It's rough.
That's good. Don't mind that piece of plywood behind me.
But we're getting the water out, so that's good. All right. Well, we just figured what were you gonna say?
Subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up for filming it, and we'll catch you on the next one.
We'll see you next time, folks. Donnie's fixing the aluminum. Our brake keeps breaking. He's using the pliers to bend it back. What a mess.
Man, this is a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
2.5 inches at a time.
Crazy.
I ain't used to working with something that small.
Unbelievable. Boy, it's starting to look nice and clean up here. All that trash that was on the walls, all that tar and everything is either gone or covered up or both. It can be both. So we're getting the flashing just right. And hopefully that will make us waterproof. Roof's not perfect. It's got some rolls here and there in it, but you know, really you're going to end up with that unless you redo all of the beams. Remember, we had to lift all the beams, and so some of them are some of them are warped and things because of the getting. So if you missed some of our earlier videos, basically the beams were all nailed to each other in the middle with no center support wall. So all of the beams were raised, and there was a beam put in the middle to hold them all up. That runs right through the middle of the building. But some of the beams, you know, were sagging because the roof had a belly in the middle. So we lift up the middle, and it leaves you where you've still got some sags because the wood's just warped from being like that for 100 years. But all in all, considering what we're working with, boy, it looks fantastic. And hopefully, it'll keep the water out. We'll keep you up to date on that, though. It's getting late, and look. The Rain is a coming.
Okay, we're gonna look for water. It's been pouring down the rain outside. It just stopped raining like within minutes. Okay, y'all, you can still see the water up there on that. The water's everywhere, all out through here. Everything's soaking wet. I guess you guys can tell, yeah, there's a water puddle down there. So we just got a bunch of rain. You can see the stripes on all that where the water ran off. Got it all. All this is wet, you can tell. From water. I gotta get this locked back tonight. Back down this way. Locked up. No water whatsoever in here. All of our tools. She's dry. Back here. Let's check the front room. Front room. She's dry. No water. We got it. Got that fixed. On to the next.